Tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Welcome back for another installment of Tanker Chat. So let's get going. All right, we're at the main page, and we start with February's sneak peek. A lot of stuff going on in February. Looks like nothing, earth-shattering, but some pretty good stuff. Play your class, right? Runs for the whole month. Premium account steal deals running for the whole month. Tournament missions are running for the whole month as usual. Tier 7, Tier 8s of the week is running through the whole month, and then that's not bad. WZ 120 1 GFT from the 1st through the 8th. From the 8th through the 15th, we got the CDC. 15th through the 22nd, the 112, and then the 22nd through the 1st, we got the IS6. So look for those sales coming your way. Let's see, tank mastery missions. XP weekends. So obviously this weekend we have a 2x XP supply raid missions. Thank you Wargaming for not putting in the win restriction on those. Rewarding the best players on both sides, I think is the right way to go, and I appreciate that. 8th through the 11th, we have crew XP and supply raid missions 3x. Then on the 15th through the 19th, 4x, and the 22nd through the 25th, back down to 2. So I would look at the 3 to 4x to start seeing that win restriction in there. You got your deals from the 4th through the 11th. Weekly specials from the 7th through the 11th, the Mob Rocker and the 131. Valentine's Day, you got a mission for those of you who play your Valentine 2, Tier 4 Light. Looks like they got a triumvirate. I can't say that. Okay. Anyway, some gold, some coin, some premium time. And on-track missions for the AMX 13105 from the 20th to the 11th. Right now, it's the STB1. Then we just kind of a side note here: the improvements to personal missions and reward tanks. So that was announced on the 17th. So you might want to take a look at that. With the 1.4, they're changing up some of the missions. Now, I don't know what that does to the missions that you say you've completed the main part, but you haven't completed the with honors side of it. I'm not sure what that does, or how does that change the mission that you're currently in the middle of, right? But I don't think that the missions are too hard, the personal missions. I think the difference between what you had to do in the primary condition and what you have to do in the secondary condition is not right, and I don't like the fact that you got to play in all different countries. To me, it's saying, hey, you need to go out and get tanks in all different countries so that you can play these missions. Oh, and by the way, not only do you have to get different tanks, but because some of them, let's see if they took them out. Looks like they might have. They had stun. You had to. You could complete one mission. Say it was spot 4 vehicles and remaining, and while remaining unspotted. But then the secondary condition was and stun. X amount of times. Well, and you could only play it in the Czechoslovakian, the Chinese, and let's say the Italian. Well, which one of those has a TD in it, right? Or the French. So they add the French. So then now you got to go get a French TD or a French RD so that you can get the stun portion done. So it looks like I'm glad to see that they took those out. Now, if they would just make it to you could complete these missions in any tank like you could in these, that'd be great. Like you could in the older missions, that'd be great. But I guess I don't know. I don't know why they do that, but c'est la vie. All right. So anyway, like I said, 2x XP. Pretty good. As long as you're in the top 7 after the first battle, you get 2x XP on your cruise. That's a win or lose. Mission supply rate. You complete this. You can do this 3 times a day. All right. Be in the top 10 and earn over and earn up to 1,500 base XP in a number of battles, and you get these rewards. You complete this 3 times, or every time you complete this, you get a token. All right, and you can do this 3 times a day. All right, so at least that's what all I've seen is 3 times a day. And then, of course, that gives you 3 tokens. And then once you get the 6 tokens, you get the enhanced gun laying and the personal reserves. So not bad. Again, shout out to Wargaming for taking away the win factor. That reward the best players on both sides. That's only fair. Um, and let's see. Then Scavenger Hunt. Okay, so I have a guy on the newcomer stream. Oh, excuse me. GA Johnny. GA Johnny's put a lot of time into tracking down the codes. And some of you may remember back in December, they came out with this, we're going to have the scavenger hunt, find these codes, get one from your CC that you mainly do, you watch, and then we'll release some from the NA website, the Facebook, the Watt Weekly, so on and so forth. And then when you get all 4 of them, when you put that 4th one in, you get it was supposed to be 5 times experience in a second battle of a tank of your choosing. You were supposed to get a mission or something. It was never really clear. And the one thing, Wargaming, if I can give you any input on this, you need to explain these things. You need to explain it better. And in the game, you need to make sure that people understand this is the mission that you're doing for this. Because you've done this, you've hunted down all the codes. Here's your mission. And then go and do with it what you will. I got all the codes in December. Jumped in the game, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I ever completed it because I can't. There's nothing out there that jumps out and says, "Hey, here's the mission for the codes." Would it be that difficult? I don't know. But anyway, GA Johnny, shout out to you for getting all the codes for the January one. Now the January codes are all right here. You can find them on Reddit. You can find them all over the place. But those missions don't start activating until February 6th, and then they run from the 6th to the 11th. Okay? So, and these are the rewards that you're supposed to get. I like that. Now, if you do the second mission, play 2 battles, placing in the top 10 XP earners of your team, 30,000 XP is applied to the vehicle used to complete the second battle. All right? So, and 3 of each nation's food consumables. All right? So, pay attention to what tank you're running when you get ready to do this. But look for it to start on the 6th, and you're supposed to be getting these missions. All right? All right. They explain it. I like this. That's okay. So now they come out with February's. All right. So you have the Scavenger Hunt 1 through 6, and here they've broken down the rewards. Okay, so you know what you're supposed to be getting. All right, so if you each month codes are available on social channels, community channels. You generally want to look for the rules. Watt Weekly, social media, your favorite NA contributor. All right, those are the boosters for the goodies. All right, so those should be that's for the January one. That's great. We like that. Okay. February Scavenger Hunt is going to be a little different. So the community contributors will get codes, but they're going to drop them on their social media or in Twitch, right? And they're not going to announce who's got it. You have to watch the first person to catch the breadcrumb to lead to the second person to catch the breadcrumb to lead to the third person. All right, so Xander P kicked it off yesterday on his Twitch stream and went up there and he gave the code and said, okay, the next person's going to be, and we'll go back to GA Johnny here because he's got it listed. The next person's going to be True Voodoo. All right. And True Voodoo generally starts streaming around 7 p.m. Pacific time. So, 9 p.m. my time. And then he's supposed to give the next breadcrumb to the next one. So, you can look on Reddit and you can look up here. People track these things because not everybody has the ability to to watch these guys, right? I'm generally playing at night, or I'm not playing at all. So, and when I'm not playing, I'm spending time with the family, and when I am playing, I'm not going to be streaming while I'm playing. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, um, but is the issue I'm having with this right now is it's great. I don't mind the having to jump through the hoops to follow the breadcrumbs, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting. Okay, and the codes are only good for 48 hours. So I got the code yesterday, plugged it in yesterday afternoon after watching the stream and getting the code, and then came home from last night and fired up my game, and I never got any notification that hey, this has been added to your account or anything like that. So I don't know what I was supposed to get. I wasn't told I was getting anything. Plus, I don't know what I was supposed to get. So I can't go back and say, well, did I get, extra personal reserves or what, And I don't keep track of that. Do I have, 47 of these and 15 of these and 12 of those? That's painful, right? Uh, but it would have been nice to have a little pop up in the UI that says, hey, you just got your, first scavenger reward for February. Boom. Thank you. All right. And then tell me what it is. And I'm a happy camper. But I jump into the game and I play, and it's like I don't know what I got. I don't even know if I got anything. All right. So I went back and threw the code in this morning, and it comes back and says, "Hey, this code's not valid anymore." Well, that means I've already entered it, so that's fine. At least I know it accepted it. But so wargaming, I like what you're doing here. It'd just be nice if there was some way you could tell the player what he's got. All right. Anyway, enough rant about that. Let's see, what do we have? The Peugeot looks like it's on sale. The SU 130 PM is on sale. The Chinese WZ 111 and the Alpine and the M4 Improved were on sale. Shout out to you, Joe Clan, for Spotlight. And I converse on the forums with one of the Ujo players, and he was saying how the grind for the clan wars was taking its toll on him. But it sounds like they're doing fairly well. I don't really understand the whole clan wars, but I've been kind of watching it on some streams lately, trying to get a better idea. I think it's something I'd like to try at some point, but I'm not real sure, to be honest with you. Premium shop, I'm not going to go in there. You guys, you know where that's at, and you know what you can do with it. Lot Weekly, here's where you can find one of the January codes. So, watch those. It's not. I still like Meathead Militia better, but hey, this guy he's giving it a good run. So, whatever works, right? All right. So, the Daily Bounce, concurrent rendering support. Interesting. I don't know if you've been following it. It'd be interesting to see if it works the way they are anticipating, or if it breaks the game when they release it. That's kind of scary. In the EU, they have They have the top of the tree where we have the on track. The difference is they get to vote for their top of the tree. It'd be nice to vote for our on tracks. Um, Frontline is almost here, so I really enjoy that mode. Getting my tier 8s ready to go for that one. Under Armor Patrol, let's see what we got here. So, Developers Diaries was dropped yesterday. The end of Windows XP and DirectX 9 support. I don't know how many of you out there in the NA are running Windows XP, simply because Windows 7 has been around for Jesus, 10 plus years. And that replaced XP, right? So, um, but I guess it could be fairly prevalent in like in the Russian area and somewhere in the Eastern European sites and stuff like that, and I suppose even over in Europe. Uh, so yeah, it looks like that might be affecting quite a good portion of their players. But anyway, they're stopping the processing simply because of Windows XP's limitations and its use of RAM and so on and so forth, and the fact that I don't believe XP ever came out in a 64-bit version. So, and DirectX 9 and its limitations. They talk a lot about Windows 7 in here, not hardly anything about Windows 10, but Windows 10 obviously is supposed to be better than 7, although yeah, I work in the information technology field, so I tend to like Windows 7. It has its advantages as opposed to Windows 10, where Microsoft, the big mothership, wants to control everything. Anyway, wheeled vehicles, they're still talking about those, and those will be coming out. It looks like the 1.4 is coming out somewhere around the 5th to the 6th. So, with that, if you guys have any videos that you would like me to put up there, get them to me as soon as you can, so that I can get them processed and rendered before the 1.4 comes out. Because once the 1.4 comes out, I have a feeling I won't be able to look at anything older. So, just saying. Um, another article about the rendering, and then that's pretty much it for the armored patrol. So let's go to the garage. So in the garage, as you can see, I have my bat chat here. I did give myself an early birthday present and got myself the AMX 1357 and the ELC 90. Even 90. Fun little tanks. Fun little tanks. I don't have 6 cents on my commanders yet, so I'm getting pulverized when I think I'm invisible. But fun little tanks. The reload on the ELC even 90 is a little painful right now, because it's a 20, oh, what is that? 27-second reload. So that's I got to work on getting that down, but I wanted to get some concealment and obviously 6 cents on my cruise, and but it's fun. It seems like it's faster when somebody else is driving it, and it seems like it reloads faster when somebody else is driving it. But the spotting range and everything, and the ability to hide in a bush is really good. I've had several times where an E25 has almost been right on top of me before he knew I was there, as far as I could tell. As far as the 1357. Fun tank. I had the original wargaming version, from the wargaming tournaments that they had years ago, and that was back when I was not a good player, and I really didn't understand the mechanics of the game, and I didn't understand how to really play, and I got frustrated, and I sold it, and I kicked myself for doing things like that because I did that to several tanks that I had spent money on, and would just get frustrated with them. And so at this point, I've luckily been able to go back and get quite a few of them back. The premium tanks like the 1357 and the E25 and stuff like that, and enjoy playing them now. But the 1357 here has been a lot of fun. Um, yeah, just some random thoughts there. As far as missions go, let's see what we got for missions. You got the usual missions going on here. The STB-1 is on track. I don't have any Japanese tanks. Just haven't gone down that line. I mean, I've ventured down the line and pulled back and said, no, not for me. Didn't like it. Again, it was years ago. I'm sorry for this belching in your ear. It was years ago. I didn't quite understand the mechanics of the game, so I would get frustrated. Uh, I might do that eventually, but right now I'm focusing on other things, mainly the French lights, and trying to get ready for the wheeled vehicles. Supply raid, like I said, that's pretty good. They've taken the wind component out of there, so that's nice. The player class, tank mastery, none of the tanks that I would really choose to do it in. So, you have those. Um, Other than that, like I said, I don't really know if I got my rewards from yesterday. So that would be nice to know. But I'm really enjoying these tanks, grinding them. So I look forward to seeing some videos of these tanks as I get some good games in them. And that's pretty much it. So, if you thank you for joining for Tanker Chat this week. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, and I'll catch you later. Bonsai Duck out.